Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll get right into it. The first time I heard the name MP was when his agent, Austin Kelly, hired me to film a documentary series about a late bloomer from Vermont, of all places, playing basketball overseas. MP was a complete unknown, but I've never met anyone who knew themselves better than he did. He never doubted that he had what it takes to make his seemingly impossible dreams come true. And that confidence, plus an unsolicited highlight tape, caught the eye of one Dion Benjamin, a legendary skills trainer who seemed to know everyone who's ever played a game of basketball in their lives. And Dion invited MP to Los Angeles to play in one of his world-famous open runs. He was so impressive that he immediately got recruited to play in the West Coast Basketball League, one of the top club league circuits in the country. And he quickly proved that he belonged. Not only did he make the WCBL All-Star team, but he led the team to victory over a team of the EYBL All-Stars, earning MVP honors in the process. Now, one of those players on the EYBL All-Star team was kind of a sore loser. He told MP that this was his one shining moment and that he'd never make it to the league. As we all know, that one ain't aged well. Now, I'm not gonna call him out by name. He's a civilian now, but like I said, it didn't age well. For MP, the show was just getting started. And he left for Spain, ready to test himself against grown men in the second best professional league in the world. And he passed that test with flying colors, leading Basket Madrid to the European Basketball Alliance Championship. After a successful year abroad, MP was selected in the second round of the draft. And for most people, this would be a dream come true, but it wasn't enough for MP. The only dude to get mad at getting drafted. But that's what makes him him. He never stopped pushing himself. Not when he became a starter, or an all-star, or even an all-NBA player. For MP, the journey truly was the destination. And that's why it's my honor to introduce not only the latest Basketball Hall of Famer, but one of the greatest to ever lace him up. MP, y'all.
Hey, thank you, Xander. Hey, everyone, please give it up for Xander one more time. That was very touching. Really hit home. You know, as I stand here, I realize that at this point in my life, I'm not one for words. But back in my playing days, when I didn't feel like talking, which wasn't often, I would tell the media that my game would do the talking for me. And now, I'm here, and I'm getting ready to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And I could truly say that my game, it said it all. Sometimes people try to put me in a box. They say I was great, but not that great. And I can't tell you how little I care. Listen, my whole career, I've been proving people wrong. And look at me now. I am in the Basketball Hall of Fame, baby. When you join a gold star organization like Golden State, you couldn't ask for a better opportunity. And our ambitions dovetailed perfectly. My talents and my will, joining a culture that seeks and celebrates championships above everything else. We were marriage made in heaven. When people talk about what we accomplished, they usually compare us to one dynasty in particular. the '70s Lakers, in addition to winning the franchise's first championship in Los Angeles, they once won 33 games in a row. When you're rubbing shoulders with a team that nearly ran off a half-season winning streak, you've done well. And we did very well. When people ask me for advice on how to get to where I'm at, I have a hard time knowing what to say. Everyone's different. Everyone's path is different. But if there's something I've noticed about all the greats across all walks of life, it's that they follow their passions. Whether it be hooping at the highest levels, starting my own club league, or convincing one of the best anime studios in the world to make a TV show about my life. I've always gone where my passions have led me. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without the support of the best parents in the world. They sacrificed a lot so I could follow my passion. And for that, I'll always be forever grateful. So for all those parents out there who have a loud-mouthed kid just like me, who won't shut up about their very possible dreams, I beg you, do everything you can to support them. They may not end up in the Basketball Hall of Fame, but if everyone in life is allowed to follow their passions, I think we'll all be in a much better place. So, yeah.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own route. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coaches?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
The starters for the Utah.
welcome here, and then we're going to go back in where you belong. This house
We take it where you're.
you do not belong here. You are not welcome here. Go back to where you belong. You do not come back on this pond day. In the name of Jesus.
And so much to take in during the start of the season, Richard. It's hard to not overreact at times.
You gotta remember that everything is going to get blown out before it's the first week.
God, this is authority. Anything that's not of God. And Lord, that you cast these spirits that do not belong here. And Lord, you send your guardian angels over this place.
You see the type of guy we got, yeah.
And the winner is Black Boy
Word
Band.
Triple cut, we were patience. Put in, take. You know I got that paper. Yeah. Yo, two-tone black rocket connect.
And with another season just getting underway, Tim, what kind of things are you looking for as you watch here courtside early on here in the season?
You want to see which players have made the progression in the offseason, added things to their games, particularly those young players that you know have a lot of potential. Have they added shooting range? Have they added things to their handle and give them a little bit more escapability?
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Bailey. Bowen is out there with Walker Kessler and Hendricks in at the point.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
About 1 minute into the first quarter.
Not at this house. Not at this house, Devils. You are not welcome here. Not in this house. Not in this condo. I belong
Here's what we
my life. In my life, in our life.
not gonna do if we in love. And my phone on a trust. Ah, baby, lately you've been loving me. Yeah.
Parents are feeling very divided about this pride assembly that's happening.
Grant, we're still early on in this new season. I imagine it can be difficult to get back into the flow of things.
You know, BA, you're spot on. It definitely takes some time to get used to.
Parents are feeling very divided about this pride assembly that's happening today.
And we talked about experimenting with linophilia on DB. What are some examples of that?
Well, you can have two extremes, right, with the modern NBA. Most teams need some sort of small ball lineup that they
I'm a devil, choose to act like I do not care. I try to save you from hell, cause it is hot there. I wanna live the way I want, man, that's not fair. But if we go to hell and love this nigga, not fair. Even Christian rappers, I guess love to see yourself. Instead of giving God, saying and think of prison. Cause I don't want my son to ever put on lipstick. I'm with the most, whether you should go to, but a 66 can't.
Still extremely early on, Grant. But talk about when coaches can tell if they've got it or not.
Well, unless you're a defending champion, a few games together, and if they can produce consistent results.
So the Utah 5 right now. We've got Bailey, and it's Kessler in at the center position. Owen can't hit.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
MP, the pass to Porter. MP outside. Now here's Porter. Tightly guarded. Shot clock at 5.
You think you a god, but you will never be the one. After Jesus hit you with the devil, that's the deed is done. You will never have the rainbow, that's God's promise. This time he gon' hit y'all with volcanoes. You start the brain steam, but in the end it won't be bueno. And famine and men will make it because the Bible say so.
And Craig, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
So on the floor for Utah, we've got Bailey. Bowen is out there with Walker Kessler. And Hendricks in a power forward.
Got a contested people out there. He is more than capable from three.
Chance to go 0-3 from the field to start the game. Stop the run. Let's the three fought.
Let's go, we got the devil, I don't need a gun. Jesus coming, you gon' see that he don't rock the demon money.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Walker Kessler, and it's Hendricks in at the 4. All right, Stan, what's something you have your eye on at the start of the season?
Well, every year we have a new rule, or some kind of change in the officiating that affects how games are played and called. So it's something to watch.
Knocks down the triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And Jordy Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team. While we have a moment, let's check out the highest scoring teams in the league last season. The Warriors, number 1.
The way this team played on the offensive end last year was remarkable. It seemed like every night they got everything they wanted and then some.
Here's Bowen, 15 in his last outing. They need this.
Until you can try to plunder, you know that I stay still by my bedside. I'm a forever fight for this right, cause many men died. Take a look at how many those men became a red tide. You will never take it, this is to the left side. We are not the Christians that you used to. Lining up with loose screws.
So, Greg, here we are, just about a week into the NBA season. The regular season comes at you.
I mean, the games are coming fast and furiously right out of the game. But you wonder how you made it through summer without getting to see any NBA action.
So on the floor for Utah, You got Walker Kessler. Bailey out there with Bowen. And Hendricks in at the power forward. Here's Bajemski. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Kuminga. Good. And a nice assist from Porter. Kuminga's got 5 now.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Christian, but I got that thunder. So you could try to plunder.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. So the Jazz 5 right now. We've got Bailey, and it's Kessler in at the 5 down low. All right, Richard, what's something we often see in the second game of a back-to-back?
A lot of times you see tired players, but that's part of it. Can you play through that fatigue? That's a big portion of being an NBA player.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution.
So far. Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Trying to cut my family. That was crafty. Magic from the gains, they done made my running man. I got your 6 showing, brother, 100 strong, when only on the 1 to 6. Running the lead and on the boys, we ready to get in. When my Lord, our God is ready to defend. So on the war ready.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Walker Kessler. Bowen is out there with Bailey. And Hendricks in at the power forward. LGA, we know it's still very early in the season, but still, just how defined are these teams at this point?
Kevin, it varies squad to squad in a big way. Some teams are very solid now. These are pretty set in stone. Others are looking for what really works in the moment of truth.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Let's now give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Another miss by Utah. Warriors leading by 18. Pass to Bajemski. Here's Alston. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
There's a screen. To run the run. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
From past the arc.
I'm ready. You can tell when I'm war ready. That's a bearing rim. A bearing rim. Whoa, I don't want the joy.
Jazz trail by 20. So the Jazz 5 right now. We've got Bailey, and it's Kessler in at the 5.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Got my nose in my head, man, Christ now. Tell me that this ain't over. Let me find out.
Here's Hendricks. Yet to see a basket. Coach, there's no better feeling than getting a new season underway.
That's so true. We've been waiting for a while, haven't we, B.A.? There's a lot of excitement surrounding this season. Glad it's finally here, and I'm glad we get to be on the call.
Bowen can't hit. The Warriors lead by 20. Outside Kuminga. MP high post. Outside Bajemski. Pass to MP. Takes a 3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
That makes him 5 for 5 so far. Could be a big night in store.
On offense, here's Utah. Searching for their first points of the game. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team. Kessler, a screen. Picked his pocket. Here's Richards. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Alston. Back to Pajemski. Shot clock at 6. MP finds Porter. Good. And the assist goes to MP. Alston's got his 4th assist with that last one.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Snap it.
Another crazy sex. The things that just said that's making mad. All you niggas till you burn in prison. No time and no love you was a inheritance. I know it's sounding harsh, but I got enough about it.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they got Walker Kessler. Bowen is out there with Bailey. And Hendricks in at the power forward. You know, Doris, one of the fun things about the first weeks of the season, fans getting to know the new faces on their team.
Oh, Kevin, there's so much talent across the league, but if you're adding new talent, you wonder a couple things. How do they fit? How special can they be? Fans just can't wait for tip-off.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, guys. The league is hoping for more competition for the All-Star game, and one idea to motivate the players.
Man, nobody preaching hell anymore. Instead, even some Christians are caught up in this irrelevant thing. Still even addiction, not living as a new creation.
All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Take a look at the Jazz. We've got Walker Kessler, and it's Bowen in at the 2. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Magic was tremendous. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, and he had a triple-double. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Go to waste.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Bailey. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And so MP will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you can tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
Right wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Bowen. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Here's Kuminga. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 8 assists in the game. Kuminga's gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 on the night.
Don't believe in Jesus, understand the vibes levels. Don't believe in going Raiders. Now he's couple on the right track. As soon as the balance is on the same, that's how to get your life back. Nothing changes in the purpose, you can get your life back. All you gotta do is believe and receive your sight back. And welcome to the
Nice adjustment there, going to the full court press, trying to ratchet up the pressure here a little bit.
And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Bailey. Bowen is out there with Walker Kessler. And Hendricks in at the 4 slot. And just a few games in the book thus far. So, Greg, what are you looking for at this stage of the season?
Well, I like to see which teams get off to a hot start and who's struggling out of the gate. What can those teams do to
too. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Magic was a man on a mission. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight?
I'm a my crown and victory, I ain't giving it away.
So it's Utah now. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
So the Utah 5 right now. We've got Walker Kessler, and it's Bailey in at the 3. And while it's maybe too early in the year to get a true sense of the league's pecking order, Stan, when does that start to take shape?
Well, not for a while. Once all the teams have played each other and we've seen all the possible matchups, then we'll start to get a better idea.
And from the sideline.
Give me unlimited vision and see through the counterfeit. I want the realest. When he come on, you can't get there with a DJ.
So on the floor for Utah, they've got Bowen. Walker Kessler is out there with Bailey. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 slot. And with every new season, DB, there's always a great sense of optimism around the NBA.
Father, I'm saying your name is so far from me. Cause see the blood in my veins. For me, he bleeding the same. Take this covenant. This is the greatest exchange. At his altar, there's a flame that burns your rubbish. Gave me a cup full of rain. He poured it over every stain until he coming. Glory to the Father. You deserve the praise.
Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by MP. So the Utah 5 right now. We've got Walker Kessler, and it's Bailey in at the 3, small forward. We've just started up this season, Grant. What's important for players right now?
You know, I think it's finding a good routine, especially for those on new teams. The earlier you figure out what works for you, the quicker you'll get comfortable.
Richard's shot is off.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Magic was tremendous. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show.
Darkness gonna take it.
And so, MP will bring it up for Golden State. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, their closeouts on shooters was impressive, and they kept them uncomfortable the entire game.
And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Bailey. Walker Kessler is out there with Bowen. And
you deserve the praise. Lead me to your altar. Wash away my shame. Glory to the Father. You deserve the praise.
A minute 39 left to play in the first quarter. So the Utah 5 right now. We've got Walker Kessler.
Whoa! Sweet move. Oh, wow. That was a dunk contest level jam right there.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Bailey. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. There's the triple.
Oh, no. Oh, no. People party all night. You're supposed to say something random and funny right here. Party all night. You tell your crew, I tell my crew, we party all night. I stay scared up the top rope like Macho Man. Don't get your mama when I am, man. I'm
Nice adjustment there, going to the full court press, trying to ratchet up the pressure here a little bit.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Walker Kessler going in.
Your mind. Lose your
It's out there with Bailey. And Hendricks in at the power forward. Kessler a screen on Kuminga. And Kessler throws it down.
You can tell how much confidence Walker Kessler has as the roll man, ready to catch and score.
Porter in the corner. The shots get off to making the play. Porter's got 9.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
And the Jazz with possession. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this.
We too busy having fun and you busy doing right.
Lose your mind. 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 Lose your mind.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter here. So the Utah 5 right now. We've got Bailey, and it's Hendricks in at power forward. Pass to Kessler. Here's Bowen. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Pajinski. MP scanning the floor. Now Richards. He's covered by Kessler. Back to MP. Down low. Outside for Porter.
Party all night like we told you to.
Lose your mind. 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 Lose your mind.
All night, people party all night. All night, people party all night.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Bailey. Walker Kessler is out there with Bowen. And Hendricks in at the power forward. Here's Richards. Still without a basket. MP deciding where to go with it.
Yeah.
So the Jazz 5 right now. We've got Bailey, and it's Hendricks in at the 4. Bailey pass to Bowen. Kessler a screen to the paint. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
And here's MP from outside. Oh, it's Pure again. He's now a perfect 10 for 10 in this one.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Remember when I used to practice raps up on the freestyle? Used to wanna fit it out, but have me being me now. Now the emo business empty up the way they reach out. Back up on my feet, killing my team down. Oh yeah, got the whole bag, got a whole bag.
29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Bailey from downtown.
I've been down for too long, gotta run it up, pulling up in that boom boom like a monster truck. Yeah, came from the bottom, so you know what's up. And the show is going up, it's going up. Yeah, going up. Going up. Came from the bottom, so you know what's up.
It's going up, it's going up.
29 seconds left in the first. Pass to Bowen. Utah moving the ball around. Bailey's shot is off. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. On the take. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. MP's got 26 points.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
Here's Bowen. From outside the arc. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back.
It's going up, it's going up. Yeah, going up.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that...
It's going up, it's going up.
Now the Warriors make some changes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Huff. Pajemski comes in for Moody. And MP subbed in for Bufkin. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What?
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot every year.
Freedom from my dreams, and healing from my pain. Everything's been changed. Jesus called my name. Jesus called my name. On fire, yeah. I thought I was done.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Collier. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screen. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding the shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Isaiah Hartenstein. Bailey out there with Collier. And it's Bowen in at the shooting guard. Let's check in.
Everything's been changed, 'cause Jesus called my name.